Hi, today we're going to be talking to Milan Milosevic, who is a co-founder of Wealth Alliance and has partnered with Think and Grow Rich from the US. So he's an absolutely amazing entrepreneur, and we're going to be we're going to be picking a little bit of his brain. So tune in for more. Hi, Milan, how are you?
Good, Debs. Thanks for having me, man.
Thank you so much for being here. So before we even get started, I want to know who is Milan, what do you do, and what do you stand for?
Well, there's different things, looks different beliefs that I stand for all my life.
Yeah.
And number one, Milan is an entrepreneur, the biggest dreamer ever, who always wanted to do something bigger, something more, and to create more abundance in my life and also in other people's lives. But main things with Milan that people know is it's all about changing lives. It's all about transformation and showing people that if someone else was able to do it, it's not impossible anymore. That means that you can do the
You can
same
do it
thing.
too. You know, I know for a fact, I mean, I'm seeing you all over social media. I know you are spending millions to educate people. Why the hell would someone, I mean, we're also spending money to educate people, but you are spending a lot of money to educate people. What drives you to do that? And why are you passionate about helping other people to succeed, not just in property, but in other fields in entrepreneurship?
Look, again, like I mentioned, it's all about changing lives. The moment you become successful, people around you will notice that success. They'll come to you, they'll ask you, how did you do it? Where did you learn from, right? So for us, it's all about putting us out there so that people know, I want to learn about property, I want to learn how to trade, who are the right people to go to, right? So the more people see you, the more they know about you, the more they can build trust eventually, come to you and say, okay, what do you guys have for me that, that you can add value to my life and to other people's lives around me?
Yeah, and where are you from? Where are you from? Because you have an accent that is not that I'm not used to in South Africa. Where are you from? And what about your background has motivated you to be an entrepreneur today?
Well, thanks for asking. Originally from Serbia, it's in Europe.
Yes.
And I was born and raised in Serbia. My dad was an electrician. My mom was an accountant. Wow. And for years I grew up in a hardworking family. Up until someday when my dad retired and he realized, hey, Milan, look, this amount of money I'm making in retirement is not enough. We need to do something. And my dad's decision was to go and end up working in his retirement, in his late 60s, working in retirement. He says, Milan, look, if you want to stay in my house, go there and get a job. So I had my first job working for government for 4.5 years. And then at some point I woke up and said, look, where am I really heading? Is this the solution to my misery? How I'm going to build my wealth one day, have a house? How I'm going to maintain other people's lives as well? It's not going to work. So I decided to do something else. And it was a bit difficult, especially when you go to your dad and say, look, Dad, I'm quitting this job, government secure job.
Yeah.
I'm going to do my own thing. And it's like, okay, well, you're not going to do this in my house. Get out, right?
Sure.
So I did ended up on the street for many
Wow.
months, basically sleeping on my friend's couch, and it was a period of revelation. What am I going to do next? But it's all about the mindset, as you already know, right? I was struggling, but how can I stop struggling? It's all about asking yourself, having that have that conversation with yourself, right? How can I stop struggling? How can I make more money? Most importantly, what do I have to do differently in my life to take myself out of this situation? And that's where the things really started happening. Building it over time in a period of 20, close to 30 years right now.
Wow.
Building it in yourself that, look, I always have to do something different. I always have to push myself moving forward. I should never, ever stop doing what I'm doing right now. Because I always like to say to my students, look, the moment you stop, everything fails.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
forgot
Yeah,
it, right?
yeah.
Don't ever stop, because you can always change another life.
Yeah.
There's always someone else who can get inspired by you, and that's what it is. Always keep moving forward.
And what does Wealth Alliance have? What's Wealth Alliance? What do you do in Wealth Alliance? And why are you so passionate about Wealth Alliance? And why do so many people gravitate towards Wealth Alliance as
Right.
compared to other companies that they could go to? Why do people love Wealth Alliance? Because I'm seeing hundreds of people each and every single month come into Wealth Alliance because they want to know more, or why do they even come to
Right.
Wealth Alliance?
I mean, look, Wealth Alliance was created with an idea. How do we change more people's lives in property and whatever we're specializing in trading in different fields of business? And how do we do that? So let's create this program. Let's create a company that's going to show people that this is not just for chosen few people with money, that they can invest in property without using their own money. That means
Yeah.
being different, right? So you know, it's like breaking all those barriers, all these old learnings that, look, I can't buy property if I don't have any money. Yes, you can. There's like 10 ways of funding apart
Yeah.
from the banks. Right? There's different
Yeah.
strategies that anybody can learn. That's what this really is. Showing people other way that even there's someone who doesn't have any money, who's unemployed, can do this, right? And that's what people find appealing. Okay, show me the way.
Yeah.
Show me the way. And then when they become part of this learning process, then they see, okay, what Wealth Alliance is, who's behind it. For us, it's truly all about changing lives.
Yeah.
It's all about showing people that, look, I've been there where you were. I've been broke. I've been bankrupt. I could barely speak English 15 years ago, but it doesn't really matter. All these
Yeah.
obstacles where you're coming from shouldn't stop you becoming who you want to be. It's all about where you want to go.
Yeah.
How you're going to get there, right?
I love that. I love that. And when you're sleeping in the couch in your friend's apartment, did you think that you would be in South Africa teaching entrepreneurship? How far did you see when you were at that point? What was your mindset like when you were sleeping each and every single day? What were you thinking?
I mean, look, maybe you've been there before, and I've been broke several times. It's not really a nice place to be, but in those moments, is the moments like, what do I have to do differently? I can do same things over and over again.
Yeah.
I'm only gonna have the same results, but what do I have to do differently to get different results? Sleeping on a friend's couch, you feel miserable, right?
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
my dad kicked me out of the house. I have no money. I'm broke. What is my future's gonna look like? How am I gonna take care of my girlfriend? Nobody's gonna date a broke guy, right?
Yeah.
With no car, with no
Yeah.
money, right? And then you start thinking, and eventually you ask and you shall receive, right? Eventually will get to you, will come to you. For me, it was all about my biggest motivation in life was fear of being broke. I don't ever gonna be broke again.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm not anymore ever gonna be again, right? But the thing is, it's always that fear that was pushing me. This is not enough. I need to do more and more and more and more. And eventually you build that, you instill that into your mindset that becomes a part of you, right?
Yeah.
It's all about what else different can I do, right? It's all about, like, at first was chasing money. Where can I make more money? How can I change my life for better? You know, and then, you know, when you're youngster, you want to buy a car, you want to date a girlfriend, different things here and there. You want to go in trouble. But at some point, it's not about that anymore. Okay, now I have everything. I mean, how many cars you can really buy, right?
Yeah.
Now, what is much greater than this? What next level I have to reach to change more lives, to transform more people's lives, to show them that they can also inspire other people as well. So it's all about where are you right now and growing. I mean, the person I was 20 years ago, I'm not the same person. And the person I was last year, I'm not the same person. And it's never really ending story in growing. You have to grow because that's how you trying to figure out what is your true potential, who you were meant to be. But it's never going to be the end of the story, right? The person I'm here in 40 is what I'm going to be in my 60s, right? It's never going to be the same person, right? So let's see how far I can go. What is the best version of myself I can be?
Yeah, and what are you aiming for now? Because now you move from the couch to where you are now, but now there's somewhere where you want to go. Where are you going? Where's Wealth Alliance going? And where's your partnership with Think and Grow Rich going?
Right. I mean, look, there's a reason we partnered up with Napoleon Hill and Think and Grow Rich from the US because of the principles of teachings of his bestseller, Think and Grow Rich, right? There's powerful principles that 500 wealthiest people have in common. So how do we apply them in life, in business, in relationships, and what do you really want to do, right? The first question in the book is like, what do you really want? What do you really want? It's different for all of us, right? Well, look, we're building a business, different businesses here and there. But the thing is, what is it for us now in this business field, right? So obviously we want to grow. We want to expand to different countries. This year we're planning to go internationally.
Wow.
Same principles you can apply here. Right
Same
now
thing that you can
right.
apply
I mean, right now
everywhere.
we're in Joburg, Durban, Cape Town, Pretoria, Polokwane, Pietermaritzburg. We're going to go internationally, UK here and there. Philippines is actually quite big. And Think and Grow Rich as well. So why not explore those different options? Because anybody can learn this regardless where you're from and apply this in your life. So let's see how far we can really go.
To someone that's looking at this now, watching this now, they're sleeping in their friend's couch and they thinking, this guy is a genius. He must have had it all figured out. He must have had it all figured out from a young age. He was lucky. I'm not lucky. I don't have the same blessings. God didn't give me what he has. What can you tell that person to say, hey, we are basically the same? Or even, are you even the same as anybody else? Or are you somehow special compared to other people? What can you tell that very same person that was in the same situation as you by things that you got lucky to get here?
Look, you can call it a luck. I'm going to call it differently. Commitment,
Yeah.
dedication, perseverance, and a little bit of patience. It's what they really want and how you're going to get there. Simple. You can stay on that bed for the rest of your life and complain, government, there's no opportunities, I'm not lucky. It has nothing to do with luck. It's what you really want and how you're going to get there. Look, I was recently doing the videos and talking about New Year's resolution. People I want to become a millionaire this year. I want to build my own company. I want to buy a property, flip it, right? Always say, how are you going to get there?
Yeah.
Tell me, show me exact steps how you're going to get there. Look, you want to become successful, wealthy. How are you going to get there?
Yeah.
And the fastest way to get there is to find someone who's already there.
I
and
love
learn
that.
from them. It's
I love
nothing
that.
to do with
I
luck.
love that. Yeah.
It's all about commitment, perseverance, dedication, and a little bit of patience. You have to fail many times. I failed many, many times, but nobody talks about that. Everybody talks about success.
Success,
Look,
yeah.
You made it, we want to be like you. But all this effort, all these failures that I had to experience to be where I am today, that's what matters. Because it's not going to happen overnight, right? Look, you go and have your first flip and second one, everything's perfect. It's not going to happen, right? You're going to have different failures, and you need to experience failures. You need to embrace that failure is needed to happen for you to grow.
Yeah.
You have to fail many, many times to learn how not to do things, and every time you fail, you grow more and more and more. It's a never-ending story in life,
I love
right?
that.
Fail. Eventually, you're going to get to the point, okay, now I have a lot of knowledge. What else do I need to do? How many more times I have to fail to reach that next level?
And how important is coaching, Milan? Because you stress this a lot. You just said it's important to have someone that's more successful than you, or that has already done what you want to do, to show you how to do it. How important is it to have someone that's more successful than you to
Right.
basically hold you by the hand?
Look, I always give people a choice.
Yeah.
You can do this by yourself. Go there and do it by yourself. And you can do this by yourself. The problem is you're not an expert, especially in property space.
Yeah.
You're not an expert. There's a lot of different areas that you don't know much. And you're going to go and do it yourself. You're going to make mistakes. The question is, how much each one of these mistakes is going to cost you?
Yeah.
People think, I'm going to save some money. I don't want to pay these guys to teach me, right? I'm going to do, how much is it going to cost you?
Yeah.
And you're literally going to end up losing so much money. I've seen this happen
Yeah.
before, and I've seen it happen all the time. People say, look, there's this book. Don't go, don't hire anyone to teach you. Don't get coaches, mentors. There's a book. You can learn all about this property and thing in that book. And there is a book.
Yeah.
Go there and read that book. But what are you going to do about after you read that book? Probably nothing, because you're not trained to do. You don't have a habit of reading a book and applying that knowledge.
Yeah.
Books are good, but they don't teach you how to take action.
Yeah.
Mentors
Yeah.
and coaches, someone
Yeah.
to stand next to you and say, look, here I am right now.
Yeah.
Here's the goal. Let's do it together. Why are you slacking? I want to push you moving forward. Hey, here's an auction tomorrow. Let's go together to the auction. Hey, let's look at the deals together. Someone to hold you accountable, to transfer that energy and passion onto you. Say, oh, okay, good. That's the power, right? Someone who's been there, who made mistakes to teach you how not to do the same mistakes.
I love that. I
Powerful,
love that.
right?
I love that. And what's your final words to someone that's listening? I think this has been very motivational. But what's your final words to someone that's listening and thinking, I want to be like him? What do they do?
First thing first, you have to shave your head. Look, it's all about where are you right now in life and where do you want to go, and finding the way, how you're going to get there. Look, you want to become a successful property investor, find people who are already there and learn from their stories, get yourself inspired, learn their habits. How did you start? Who did you learn from, right? So you want to become a developer. Okay, who are the top developers? We partner up with top residential commercial developers for that reason. They have to be the top. They have to be the best, so they can give the best service, right?
Yeah.
Who are the people in the field that will take you there, right? Wherever you guys right now. We always say, look, I'm coming from poverty. My parents were not entrepreneurs. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. It's not your fault, right? But if you die poor, it is your fault.
Exactly.
Because you settle down for less. You can solve this challenge simply. Find someone who's already there, learn from them, and it's just a matter of time. Spend enough time in one industry, surrounded by people like that, and eventually you're going to learn the game. That's what it's really.
I love that. And how do people get hold of you? How do people get hold of your company? What are some of your social media or your website, or how do people get hold of you?
Well, thanks for that. They can easily go to wealthalliance.com, or in terms of our events, thinkandgrowrich.co.za. We always have different events every single month, so feel free to register. Events are for free, so bring your friends. I'll be more than happy to see you guys and teach you more about property.
I love that. Thank you so much for being
Thanks,
here.
brother. Thanks for having me.
Cheers.
Good stuff.
All right. That was Milan. If you have any other questions for Milan that you'd like us to ask in the next interview, because we definitely have to have him back, Please comment below. What are some of the things that you'd like for him to emphasize on? What are some of the things that you'd like for him to talk about? And he will be more than happy to share them. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Cheers. We'll see you in the next video.
Cheers.